What is up, my friends, and welcome to another tournament video. Today I signed up to the qualifier for the $5,000 Wardy TV Championships. It has a different title. There's some kind of championships. Maybe it's 2025 or winter. I'm actually not quite sure. But it's a big tournament. $5,000 prize pool. Probably going to increase to $10,000. But as you guys know, I'm not here to win. I'm here to cheese people. Or as one of you very eloquently put it in the last time I signed up for a big qualifier, he didn't come to win $20,000. He came to inflict $20,000 of mental damage. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. Now, I haven't gotten the chance to warm up today, and we are also playing on West server. I'm not quite sure if you remember my talk about servers a while back, but anyway, we are once again playing on the week where the servers are a bit unfortunate for us, so we are going to have to do this with lag, extra lag, I should say, but that's not going to stop me from building Reapers, because that was my first plan. Now, our opponent is going to be Rex, Taiwanese Zerg player. Actually, one of my most recent teammates. After my retirement, I joined Offside Esports for a little bit. Just to play in the World Team League. Was a lot of fun. And then after one season, I was like, that's enough for me. But it was great. It was a fantastic team. And Rex was pretty much my contact person there. So definitely appreciate him. Strong Zerg player. Not quite sure what his MMR is these days, because he also went a little bit more the content creator route. Hopefully today I can out-content him, though. That would be the ideal situation. Now, I had a pretty sick plan for the first game. I wanted to do something with Reapers, but I didn't know exactly what it was, but I figured it out. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to mix pretty much all of my TVZ Reaper cheeses from the past. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open 2 racks Reaper. Not 3 racks, just 2 racks Reaper. I'm going to expand. Then after, I want to say... Oh, I did notice there are Overlord spots here. I'm going to have to keep an eye on those. Then after 4 Reapers, I'm going to make a set of Marines. Just to let him know, okay, that the Reaper attack is over. Then I'm going to hide 3 additional barracks in my main base and an engineering bay. And then try to hit him with like 20 Reapers with +1. That's the idea. Now, as you guys know... plans always change when you do absolutely ridiculous stuff, so, you know, we're gonna have to see and adapt, but that's the basic plan anyway. Now let's see how well the Reaper micro is gonna go. Yeah, it does feel pretty rough to do this on West. You guys can see that the Reaper reacts a little slowly. Actually, I wonder if it... I would guess that it doesn't look as bad as it feels. That is what I think. It's kind of hard to say for me. I'm not quite sure, because for me it feels incredibly sluggish, because I'm used to them responding instantly. Not quite sure if you guys can see that's how it feels. Do I get the engineering bay first or the extra barracks? I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so the queens are here. Then I'm going to go for the jump up in the main. Marines over there. There's probably going to be links here, so what I'm going to do is you drop a grenade, and then after the grenade you get in. Good micro by him, I have to say. That was well done. Now I'm going to do something incredibly sneaky here. We drop a grenade, then we go here. I think he microed his queens well enough, so he is going to be down here already. But that is okay. Let's see. Gonna be able to kill a couple links. He's getting a lot of them. It's almost... Yeah, I think it's actually time for us to back off already. I think that makes sense. So what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna use these 3 Marines so we can kill the Overlord, and then we can land the barracks again. And then ideally, he doesn't have another Overlord in the main, but just in case, I am gonna send my Marines over there. And now we have to chill with our Reapers for a bit. Now, you would think when you make this amount of Reapers, you have to go for it, and... Ideally, I would have done a little bit more damage, but I'm so excited about this main strategy that I am going to, you know, just save up the Reapers, make sure I don't lose them all in a very stupid way. And then we're going to go for that big attack that I mentioned. The timing is 100 seconds more, so we're going to be attacking at about 5:40 in-game. Yeah, it's... I'm a little scared here, because I have to move out, or in an ideal world, I'm moving out and I'm doing as much damage as I can, right? Now here he might start to suspect some trickery already, because there were no add-ons. I could fake the add-ons. You know what? I think I'm actually gonna do that. Why not? After these 2 Reapers, I'll try to get the add-ons, and then if he scouts me again, maybe I'll even let him scout me. He's gonna be tricked. He's gonna be like, okay, he's just playing normal, and it's all good. But yeah, ideally we do... Well, not even that we get damage, but we just want to force him to make some units and let him know that the first wave is real. And then he's not going to be necessarily aware of the follow-up here. I hope he scouts this again, otherwise this is going to be a bit unfortunate for us. Maybe I should have thought of that before. Okay, so there is...
complete.
Fake stim. Okay, actually, it might not necessarily be fake if you think about it, because at some point we're gonna have to do a follow-up. Okay, so now, oh, that is, I love that he scouted that. That is beautiful, guys. That is, I actually love this. I hope that we can make this attack work, because it would just be such a glorious combination of all of our Reaper nonsense and cheeses and mind games, and it would just be delicious. Okay, so +1 is about to finish. I have 6 additional Reapers over here. He knows that I have 8. He doesn't know that I have... I'm going to have probably close to 20. 15 to 20 is what I'm going to have. So now we go back over here. I think I should really get this extra gas already. And then the follow-up is going to be a factory and just making... I guess 1 million Marines. I could also follow up with more Reapers, but it really depends on how this first attack is going to go. Ooh! Well, hold on a second, guys. Oh, wait. Oh, that was a drone. Okay. So, he has a roach worm. I saw a bunch of extra gases, so I was like, okay, he could... Wait, should I go for mass marauders? I'm so stupid. Why am I... Yeah, whatever. We're just gonna do it, guys. Mass marauders it is. So it looked like he was gonna maybe attack me for a sec. But then I saw a drone finish. Okay, there we go. Let's see how many roaches he has. He does have a decent amount of roaches, but not that many yet. More importantly, he doesn't have roach speed yet. Roach speed is a very big deal here. I can just jump up here. Keep in mind the +1 is just brutally strong. Like, this is actually very annoying for him. Look at this. The grenades are absolutely popping off. The +1 attack is doing so much work for me. I do think we're going to jump down. Not because I was necessarily losing the fight, but just because we can get some free damage somewhere else, I think. Here we go. Gonna get a couple of roaches while I'm just moving around. Oh, this is so gorgeous. I freaking love Reapers, man. Why would you not love Reaper? Well, okay, if you play against me making them, then I get it. But otherwise, if you're the one building them, why would you not love these beautiful things? Now, are we in a good enough position? I don't know. He probably has a lair, I would guess. Oh, he's making a lot of roaches here. I think he's made too many roaches, actually, so that is good. But we do have to survive the attack, because if we don't survive the attack, then it wasn't too many roaches. It was the right amount of roaches, right? Now, Reaper grenades are super good at holding stuff. Because you can just kind of delay them attacking you forever. So that is very nice. Let me lift over this command center now. I'm not sure if he realizes. I think his Zergling that he sent into my main saw... Oh, I didn't hotkey my factory. Saw that I had a 3rd command center. So he probably doesn't know that I have it. Oh, I hope that... Okay, no. Judging by the movement of that drone, he doesn't have it. Yeah. Okay, so I don't even know what I saw there. That was a completely subconscious thing, but something about his drone movement let me know that he wanted to take the hatchery and not that he was mining. I'm not quite sure if it was that his drone wasn't pathing to stuff or whatever, but that's what it looked like to me. Now, this is going to be a very tough defense for sure, assuming he's gonna attack me. I do think I kind of want him to attack me at the same time. Yeah, this is a tough situation for sure. I could go for a 1-1 timing attack. Can I kill those with my SCVs? That would be funny. I also have a decent amount of creep, but I have no scan over here. Okay, I have a good amount of bio here, but no combat shields yet. Keep that in mind. Combat shield is going to be very important here. Look at this, guys. The Reapers are going to be coming from the back. I'm going to have to dodge the bios. The Reaper grenades. Okay, look, here we go. Oh, these Reaper grenades are going to be so nice. Okay, gotta make sure that my bio keeps attacking. Okay, dropping grenades in the middle. Almost misclicked there. That was very close. I have a couple more grenades, I believe. I just dropped those. I don't see any... Dude, the grenades are so good. I'm gonna get on top of the Ravagers, which is really nice. Gotta make sure to dodge that bio. Now, I did lose my SCVs in the middle of that. Grenade execution could have been a little better. I'm chasing mostly to kill the Ravagers. Super nice if you can get on top of those. Biggest problem here, you guys might think I just cleaned it up very nicely, and honestly I did, but I did lose all of my SCVs, and I lost them while not having 2-2 on the way. Normally in the situations where you defend a big roach attack like that, the reason why it's good is because you have 2-2 and then your bio is just pretty much unkillable by a roach army. I don't have either a high tank count or 2-2, so that is a bit of a problem. A couple of alternative strategies that I could employ is pulling the boys. That is somewhat valid. I mean, it's very scary. Okay, it looks like he's just maxing roaches. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna scare him. That's all I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna make 1/3 over here in case he gets tunneling claws. Don't want 1 million roaches to be crawling up in my base. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and kind of move around the middle of the map here, clear a little bit of creep. There's a couple of roaches over there. This is not my entire army though, so we are actually perfectly fine over here. Oh, it's actually going to be quite nice. He might kill or try to go for the tank. I think he's actually going to get it. Yeah, okay. I was going to go for the repair, but if the tank got one more volley off, it would have lived. Sadly, it did not. Okay. pretty good move by him. Not a game ender by any means. I don't think... I mean, it was a pretty even trade in the end, really. What I'm thinking here is that a hive... Okay. Crap. Think. The problem is I can't make 2-2 anymore, I think, because he is already... Like, he's just ahead economically, and he's already building 2-2. So I think we're just going to go for it, guys. We're going to go for the Omega SCV pool. If he has investors, this is going to be a little unfortunate, but I think we just have to go for it. Like, I could make 2-2 now, but then we would be maxed way before 2-2. The timing wouldn't work out at all. Okay, so he has a lot of units over here. He does have the investors. Okay, I'm not going to show my SCVs just yet. Yeah, he has Bailings as well. Okay, I'm going to do something incredibly weird here. You guys might be like, what on earth are you doing? What I'm going to do, guys, is I am going to hide my SCVs for a little bit. Okay, so the investor is trying to move the investor forward. Look at that investor snarking over there. No bailing speed yet is a big one for sure. Okay, so the investor is there on the left side. I saw it. Okay, this is pretty decent for me here. And now I think I can click the SCVs in. Okay, I'm going to move all of the Marines back. I think that's the exact way I want to play it. Keep in mind, there's still no bailing speed here, guys. Okay, so bailing speed just finished. That is not what I wanted to see. No fungal on that one, so that is pretty okay. I can pretty easily fight against just the roaches and the ravagers, but the bailings make it hard. So I need to just... Oh, that's an Oh, no, it doesn't have a fungal. Okay, thank goodness. That would have been absolutely horrific if it did. Okay, I gotta do my best to split. Struggling a little bit on the ping, but it's going kind of decently so far. Yeah, it sucked for me that he did go for the bailings. I was kind of expecting a lurker transition more than anything else. He did have one more fungal. The bailings are gonna explode on the Marines, and that is gonna be it for game number 1. Oof, okay. I mean, a very interesting game. I think that the Reaper strategy... I would say that it worked decently. I don't think any of us was really winning super hard. Let's see, 59 drones against 54 SCVs. It's 5 Tech Lab barracks. I would say based on the upgrades that he was slightly winning. You might look at the supply and be like, Mark, you're on crack, he's winning hard. Well, that's actually very normal with roaches. I think my army was good enough. If my control was a little better when he attacked me, once again, a little hard to do on the US West server, but if my control was a bit better, which it could have been, maybe I could have, killed the army a bit more efficiently and then gone for the counterattack. Let's see what the situation is here. Yeah, it's only 62 SCVs. I indeed barely didn't have enough to push across. If I had one more tank, or maybe if I had a couple more Marauders, or if I had all the SCVs alive, maybe we could have gone for a big attack. But I think his strategy was good enough. Ideally, we wouldn't have gone up against roaches with the Reaper strategy. I more, wanted to see Ling style, like Ling bailing or whatever. Would have been nice. But at just game number 1, we can still win the best of 3. Let's do it. Game number 2 is going to be on Winter Madness. Now, I haven't completely made up my mind yet what to do for this game. I was thinking about going for CC first into double battlecruiser. I was thinking about going for my 4-racks mass marine semi all-in. There's a lot of options. I don't want to go for a proxy in this game. I feel like usually if you lose the first game, it makes it a bit more likely in the opponent's mind that you're gonna do a cheese. Now, I'm gonna do something incredibly cheesy anyway, but I'm more talking about if you go for like a hardcore proxy, they're just more likely in that second game after they won to do something overly safe. And then if you're going for a proxy, you kind of lose by default. And I don't want to put myself into that losing by default just because of the builder situation. So I'm gonna use my mind games properly. And this game, I think we're going to go for that super cool marine timing attack that I discovered a while ago. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for reactor first. We're not even going to make a single Reaper. This is really going to be marine only. We're going to cut gas as much as we can, meaning that we are always going to have 16 out of 16 on the minerals after the reactor, that is. Now I'm mining so I can afford the reactor. And then you don't really have much of a follow-up, but you do have one attack around 5 minutes that is just absolutely insane. In fact, I'm even going to skip the SCV scout. Normally I like to scout with one SCV. This game, I don't think we have to. It's actually one thing that's really nice about playing cheesy strategies is that you don't have to scout often yourself. Like in the last game, you don't have to scout with a 2-racks Reaper or a 3-racks Reaper either because you have enough units to defend their cheeses anyway, and you're going to scout with your Reapers anyway, right? Now, if you just play one Reaper into Marine, you do want to scout. Okay, I should have cut that one a little earlier actually, but that's okay. As you can see, we have 16 out of 16 now. I can afford a second barracks. And then I think I'm going to pull this one to make the depot as well. Yeah, look at this. Okay, so we're going to have 0 on gas for a little bit. but that is completely okay. We really just want to maximize marine production like crazy, pretty much. That is the idea. And how we're going to do that is by going for 4 racks instead of a 3 racks. If you play 3 racks, you'll keep SCVs on gas at least a little more. So you can go into that factory, get your engineering bay upgrade, stuff like that, right? But in this case, I just want to get an extra barracks. Now, I do want to hide it a little bit, so I'm going to build it down there. 2 marines should be on the front at least. Probably 4, actually, thinking about it. And then I'm going to make... Actually, this guy can make a 4th barracks, I guess. That would be okay. Is there... There's not real... okay, there's no space down there. I still have to get used to the new maps, of course. Like, I was gonna say a little bit, but it's a lot. Okay, I need to get used to all of them still pretty much, so... Okay, so now we have 16 here and 3 on gas, and then we can start saturating the mineral line over here. Okay, so we have 4 marines at the front. I'm gonna try to split them as smart as possible. So I'm just gonna keep 2 marines at the front. Then I'm gonna keep 2 marines on the ramp for if he has like 6 zerglings. Then the rest of the marines are gonna go down here. I do have to get stim. There we go. So that stim is gonna finish at 448, I believe, something like that. Could be 450 as well. Not quite sure about the exact second. Doesn't actually matter in this case, I believe, because combat shield is going to finish at 5 minutes. I think that's how it works, so you kind of want to wait for that anyway. And then I think this guy does not get an add-on. Is that correct? It sounds correct to me. I could make a reactor. Actually, I'm just going to try making the reactor because it might still catch me up in the end, so that's okay. And we're going to get 1 marine over here, and then the rest of the marines are going to be chilling on this depot. The reason why is because one of the ways you can lose very easily when you play a marine opening is just to a link flood, because before you have upgrades, I mean, this is going to lose to 30 zerglings pretty easily, right? So, okay, there you... Well, that's actually kind of a miniature flood. No, it's actually a kind of big flood. Okay. Yeah, this is really good for us then. Yeah, it's... It feels like it's a small link flood, like... Not really small, it's just... It's kind of in the middle, I guess, right? So it's not big enough to actually kill my units. But he, to be fair, he did get the scout off, so that's kind of painful. Combat shield is a little bit late there by me. Oh, that is actually a sizable mistake. Not my best execution so far of this build. I've definitely done better. The biggest problem for me is that he knows my build. Theoretically, we should be ahead from this because he made a lot of links early on that had no value, right? That was... I know, 20 links or so, so that's 10 drones. I guess you make like 6 by default, so let's say 7 drones. But he did see my attack. Now, I do really believe in this attack. Combat shield is once again going to be a little late, so that is a mistake by me. And now we're going to be able to go across. Let's see. There's a ramp over here. Don't really want to walk up there, so I think we're just going to go towards that 3rd base. Factory is going to come down now, 2nd gas as well. And then we have to be, exactly, very careful with not letting any units in from the back. What he's most likely just going to do is make bailings at home. I think judging by that link run by, he's already working on a bailing count. And he's going to be using those zerglings to make sure that I can't reinforce. That's the idea. Now, combat shield once again, going to be like 20 more seconds or so. I'm going to do a scan here. Oh, he went for roaches. Oh, okay. Hey, that's actually kind of all right, I think. Let's see. I don't know how many he has. I'm just going to go in here right away. Let's see. And then if he surrounds me with links, we're going to kite back into the zerglings. And now we're going to target the roaches one by one. Yeah, this is quite nice. Hey, one thing I could do is... Yeah, I'm actually going to do it. Here we go. I'm just going to go for all of the drones here. Because I think against roaches, we should be able to get away anyway. Might as well get that queen on the back end. And then we can survive with... Yeah, probably 5 marines or so, which is nice. It sucks for me that he's... really excited about playing roaches today, because roaches are kind of by default good against cheeses. If you want to be a very safe zerg against cheeses, you play roaches. That's pretty much what you do. So how are we going to be able to defeat this? I mean, we killed a decent amount of drones. Not entirely sure about this yet, to be honest. So he sees the starport now. Let me just make sure to target that guy. And then I'm going to go again. The reason why I'm going to go again here is because he probably wants to replenish those drones that he lost, right? And there might be a chance that I can get in there. It's not 100% sure for sure, because he probably made roaches to defend the attack. Oh, yeah, okay, it's more than enough. Let's see. Actually, it hasn't really rebuilt the drones there yet either. Okay, that's kind of nice for me, I would say. Maybe I can get that overseer. Let's see if I can. Probably barely, I think. Overseers are pretty tanky, you'd be surprised. But yeah, gonna be able to get it. Okay, a couple of SCVs AFK here. Yeah, not an easy one for sure here, guys. He's very well prepared to deal with my shenanigans. I mean, mostly because of the fact that he's playing roaches, but still, well done by him. I'm going to send a couple Marines over here. I think I want to keep attacking. I think that is the right idea here. I'm going to look for that Zergling because he's 100% going to come back later on. I know my Zerg players. He's going to send that in and try... Yeah, exactly. He's just waiting over here. There we go. I do have +1 attack now, by the way. There's a chance he doesn't have +1 armor yet, which is going to make this quite powerful. 2 extra SCVs over here. Let's see. And now we're gonna... Ooh, that's a very bad pathing, actually. If his units are here, then we would be in a little bit of trouble, that is for sure. Okay, so we have 1 medevac. Let's see what we have over here now. Ah, okay, yeah, that's what I like to see. I think he's being greedy. I don't know how many roaches there are exactly. It's a decent amount. Yeah, I don't think that's something that I want to attack into. Okay, so I'm gonna send the tank back to home. What I'm gonna do with my units here, guys, is I am gonna loop around and see if that 4th base was already built. Now, this is going to be actually a pretty similar game to the last one, hopefully with a different result, because what's gonna happen is he's gonna try and attack me most likely, and I'm gonna be able to cancel this, exactly. I'm gonna hope to kill him before he gets to Hive. Even if he attacks me, I'm still gonna be the one that has to kill him, really. Mostly because my setup is not that good, my upgrades are gonna be a little behind. I do think this game we have a better scenario, or a better chance to hit on a good timing. Because last game I was just forced to rush because of the 2-2 that he was building, right? Plus the Hive. This game, I don't think he's gonna get 2-2 in time, right? I think I'm just gonna have a very healthy amount of bio units, and I'm gonna be able to get a big attack going. I should be able to kill a couple of these, I think. Well, it's only a couple of roaches, actually, so kill all of them, ideally. Didn't happen, but it is what it is. Now, I still think he's probably going to try and attack me. He has postured a little bit more passively. It's also possible that he just realized that he was in a good spot, right, after the start, or maybe that's just what he thought. I'm not 100% convinced yet. Mostly because my follow-up is looking pretty good here. But he probably felt like he was in a good spot, and that's why he's playing defensive. I do... Ooh, okay, gotta be careful. Let's see. +1 armor, but no attack. At least on the roaches. That's pretty much how you want to play these days. So how this is gonna go, or how his build is most likely gonna go, is that he's gonna go for a fast Hive and get ultras, and then you already have the armor upgrades. That's pretty much the idea. And then, you know, you don't have ghosts yet, you don't have liberators because it's too freaking fast, and then ultras with 5 armor, just absolutely chomp your stuff up. That's the idea there. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of lings that are gonna die. It's a lot of infestors, by the way. Gonna have to be careful for that one. Let me try and snipe this Ravager. That would be nice. Oh my god, he actually did lose a lot of lings, eh? Holy. Okay, so I've seen enough, I think. The infestors mean that he is indeed gonna go for the macro game. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split up my drops. Oh, that's actually a very nice drop location. Can't complain about that at all. Straight from the 4th base. Okay, so he saw me here. Straight from the 4th base into the natural. I have this drop as well. I think I'm gonna go for that base. Okay, so he's trying to keep track of all my stuff. His army's kind of just chilling in the middle for now. Okay, I'm just gonna keep moving these around, trying to be fast and annoying, basically. That's the idea. Okay, here we go. Oh, he might try to go for this right away. That would be tough for him for sure. Okay, so he did manage to kill this drop, unfortunately for me. Let's see if I can split these out of the way. That is nice. Now I got a really killer drop in here, because it's mostly lings defending that. And lings are really not gonna do the trick, and now I can drop her on the high ground as well. Yeah, I think we have found ourselves a fantastic timing over here, guys. He's gonna... Oh, can I get that infestor? Would be lovely. Not gonna be able to get it in time, sadly. His army looks pretty good, but I think my tank army down here is just extremely frustrating for him to deal with right now. I do think we still have to keep pushing forward, mostly because of the threat of Ultralisks, right? Okay, so we're just gonna go for that. Let's see. Oh no, I don't have that anymore, actually. Oh, I gotta be very careful here. Okay, so I was gonna stim in here, but I changed my mind. Okay, so drop over there. Let's see. He's making a couple more banelings. Then I'm just gonna try and stim in here. I think he has 1 fungal. Did I see that correctly? I think I did. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, this one maybe I can send it back. The tanks here are going to be extremely powerful. He's going to lose a lot of drones up here as well. That is probably the nicest part of all of this. Let's see, can I get those banelings? Actually, quite nice to kill like 5 banelings or so there. These marines are popping off as well at the same time. Keep in mind, by the way, this is completely without follow-up. Like, I do not have 2-2 on the way or something like that. That's why I'm, you know, pushing forward so freaking hard. That's 2 infestors. Oh my goodness, that was close. Almost had the freaking double snipe there. Good movement by him. Just gonna move these back. I'm gonna move a couple of these tanks over, I think. So they're in a little bit more of an annoying position down there. Yo, there's actually very little Banelings in there. Yeah, with no Banelings, we can... Oh, look at this. That's so many juicy Ravagers. I don't even care about the Fungal anymore. The Ravagers are too expensive to be forward like that. He is going to be losing the Ravagers. And we have clutched this game. Okay, fantastic. Wow. I mean... I definitely know what I want to do going into game number 2. I thought last game really was just a very specific response to the Mass Reapers, but after this game, I think we can pretty certainly say he just really likes playing roaches, right? Like, he just really likes going for the roaches, and it's hard to go up against, because as you can see, even if you do some good damage, you can just make so many roaches as Zerg that you ideally don't really attack into it. But that's what I'm here for. I want to freaking attack. Now, judging by the situation over here, I would say that our build actually totally worked. Especially, how many drones did we kill? 9 drones with that little marine stutter step at the end is actually quite nice, because our worker count's pretty equal. In all fairness, I don't have a third yet. That is probably what puts us slightly behind, but upgrade-wise, we were a little bit ahead. Overall, our build did totally work, even though he went for the roaches, so that's really good to know. I think for the third game, we're going to try something a little more sneaky, a little bit less brute force to really abuse his playstyle. Let's go and win game number 3. Okay, game number 3 is on Taito Citadel, and this game I'm gonna go slightly less aggressive and slightly more sneaky. So I'm gonna do a build, actually a mix of 2 builds that I used to do, yeah, close to a decade ago already. The first part is that I want to go for Command Center first. Now, Command Center first in TVZ is surprisingly strong depending on the meta. The reason why it can be strong, and if you haven't heard this before, it sounds dumb, I know. If Zerg players go for early pull a lot, Command Center first is the best build you can do. The reason why is because a regular early pull, if you play Reaper Expand, this is how it goes. Your Reaper is going to be here, and then the 6 Zerglings are going to be here, like they click them around your Reaper. You only have 1 Marine, so you either have to cancel your building CC or pull your SCVs to kill it, which is very unfortunate, right? If you're playing Command Center first, the difference is that your Command Center is already finished. So there's nothing to deny. You basically just, they do a version that's less economical, right, of their build, and you do one that's more economical, and you can't take damage from it. So Command Center first, I actually just realized I autopilot into doing Barracks first anyway. Doesn't matter, by the way, so don't worry about it. It's very typical for me. I'm not sure if you guys have this a lot, but if I'm not paying very close attention, I also always tend to autopilot to the most standard version of the early opening. But that's why CC first is good. Actually, so funny, I distracted myself so much I didn't do it. Anyway, what I was going to go for was mass Hellion run-bys into double battlecruiser. CC first is nice. Actually, I don't even know if CC first is that nice for it. It's nice if you skip the Hellion part, because it's really good to go for double BC from CC first, because you have extra gas. Since I also want to go for a Hellion run-bys, maybe my autopiloting hands just saved me. Like, it's very possible this build is actually better. Just doesn't really matter to me. I'm a bit of a mad scientist in StarCraft 2. You guys know me. I like to experiment and stuff, so... I could also maybe go for a little bit of a Marine poke. Put, like, even more of a uThermal twist on there. That would be quite nice. Especially because he hasn't been making many links so far. In fact, last game he did a link flood and then still went for roaches, right? So even with a link flood, he's probably going to go for a lot of roaches. Actually, I forgot that because I'm going to make 2 Marines, I could have used this SCV for the factory. Not my... You know what I noticed recently? Since I haven't been, like, practicing StarCraft 2, as you would if you were a pro, I feel like the executions of my builds are a little worse because, like, there's some details that don't come as naturally. But I do still feel like I'm freaking fast. Like, I don't know why. I feel like I got a bit of a speed boost recently. I feel like my mechanics are totally fine. It's just that since the builds are not as, you know, deeply ingrained in my head, I need to pay a little more attention to some of those details, but that's okay. Now, I'm actually quite curious if we can go for double starport from this. I also have another ridiculous idea. Let's see. Ooh. Hey guys, hear me out. Liberator into BC? Hey, that is pretty exciting. Is it good? Unlikely. Well, who knows? Actually, we could try that. Instead of going for... Okay, so he's going to be confused by these move out for sure, because it's just weird. But, like, why would... He probably has no idea. Okay, wait. Oh, there's rocks here. I was like, what on earth are my units doing walking around like that? Okay, the more you know. Yeah, so instead of going for the second starport, I think I'm going to try Liberator into BC. That's the idea. This map is way too big to be doing this strat, by the way. I can already tell. Like, this is just This is going to be a little uncomfortable for me. I hope my dudes catch up fast enough, my Hellions, so I can actually... Okay, there we go. I got a little bit of a heart attack there. Actually, maybe... okay, so I didn't think the map was the best for it, just because of the layout, but it is a bit awkward to defend stuff. Okay, so he sees the fusion core. Actually got a surround there on that Ling, which is quite nice. I don't think we can stay around here for too long. I think we're gonna have to dip, like, pretty much now. Okay. I saw a Zergling somewhere. My subconscious registered it. I guess it was probably here, if I had to guess. Okay, let's make sure my Hellions stay close to my Marines then. Okay, so he knows that I have a fusion core. I'm not sure... Oh, this is going to be pretty good. Yeah, nice. Okay, beautiful. I'm not sure if he realizes that there's also going to be a Liberator. He could think that I'm going for Liberator range, which is a pretty crazy build, by the way. But I mean, it is on the fusion core, right? Okay, there's not many drones there still. Then I'm just going to be chilling for a little bit. Get the starport over on there. Oh, by the way, if you guys are curious, a little bit of a interesting thing. The hardest part about playing Terran, in my opinion, on ping is the macro of the buildings at the start. Because you need to consistently... Oh, the wrong thing. You need to consistently... Like, if you swap the add-ons, you need to wait for the building to land after the ping so you can put down the other one, right? Hey, look, yeah, this is what I like to see. Okay, so he didn't realize there was going to be a Liberator because of the fusion core. So he probably has a Spore. It's probably in the mineral line, if I had to guess. Okay, so I'm just going to keep moving this one around. I'm going to move at the front. I have an armory on the way as well. I'm going to do a little bit of a siege over here. Yamato? Why not? Might as well get Yamato, right? Now, he is a roach guy, so even though I have the armory, I think it's more likely that we're gonna just run by. Okay. Oh, the roach run is late. The roach run is late, guys. Here we go. Oh, there's gonna be some nice toast. It's too many Hellions. He doesn't have enough links for that. Oh, this is gonna be juicy. Yeah, look at that. Wow, beautiful. Okay, I have the Marines here too. Those Marines are not gonna be doing anything over there. I siege the Liberator on the mineral line, so it's absolutely popping off. Now I'm gonna teleport the BC in there. Oh, wait. He moved the Spore for the Liberator. Look at that. I'm actually going to be able to target down. Oh, wait, the drones. The drones are coming. Oh, no, it's a barbecue. He has nowhere to go. Oh, it is beautiful, guys. It is delicious. That Liberator also got like a... Oh, no, it's even more. Oh, it's a... Oh, God, it hurts. It's so many drone kills. Oh, I freaking love it. 8 kills on the BC as well. Maybe I should click my Marines in now for like a little bit of extra salt in the wound. I think that would be beautiful. Wow. Okay. I mean, that is just... Oh, no, he made some roach. Okay, that's unfortunate. That would have been very nice if he, like, didn't make any extra reinforcing units, and then all of a sudden, there's, you know, 6 Marines of all things walking into your base. Wow, that was disgusting. I don't know how many drones I killed. 40? Like, it's a lot, right? Like, it legit might have been 40. I don't know. It's just a crazy amount. Oh, barely didn't get that drone off the back end there, unfortunately. Okay, I'm gonna move this one over to the main base. I did get Yamato. Actually, that takes a very long time to finish. I forget about that sometimes. Okay, BC number 2 is on the way. I think the follow-up is just going to be Cyclones. He's coming across with the roaches. I don't think I have to be afraid of that, really, because my next BC is already finishing. I could have made a planetary at this base just because I get... Hey, there's no gap here. Is that intentional? Sorry to just like zoom in such a weird... I don't think... Is there... Oh, wow, it's here too. Hey, that's a feature of this map. You don't see that on like any map, actually, so that's kind of crazy. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna go for Yamato on the big queen at the front. I'm not gonna teleport my other BC across because I might actually need that for the defense, right? Like if he's moving across with his roaches, then I'm gonna need that battlecruiser over there. Let's just kill these lings, exactly. Oh, there was a... I knew I heard my BC shoot, but I just figured it would have actually killed the thing. Okay, let's see. No upgrades yet on the roaches, so he might... He could be going for melee upgrades as well. I'm not quite sure yet. I don't know what the status is on the Spire as well. It's extremely likely to be a Spire, by the way. If you go up against battlecruisers, it's just what you see pretty much every single game. Okay, so these Hellions over here, if you stop derping, they're gonna arrive in an annoying way for him. There is BC number 3. Okay, that's what I'm gonna send you over there. This is pretty much a distraction. Okay, and now I'm gonna teleport it back. Distraction has been completed. Probably get another armory out there and then start my double upgrade. I think that's a good idea. Okay, there's gonna be a lot more drones roasted. Oh my goodness. I wonder what the count is. I think we might be already like nearing 60. I legitimately, like, I feel like we've just killed a crazy amount this game. Holy. Okay, was that a Spire, by the way? Okay, there's the Spire. If I knew about the Spire timing, I could have been a little more proactive with my BCs, I would say. Just gonna make sure to repair this guy. Macro has been, funny enough that I was like, my macro has been good. It's just my strategy or my execution, whatever I was talking about. But this game, the macro is slightly worse. Not terrible, at least, so that's okay. I think it might be a good time for me to actually go across and do something meaningful here. Let's see, I'll get a Yamato on that queen over there. If I can just get some queens, that'd be nice. I think I might be able to get one. At least I'm gonna get all the energy from the queens, right? So that would be okay as well. We're just gonna go for this one. Might be able to get it, and then we're gonna teleport out. Exactly. There we go. Next BC is in here as well. I'm just making a lot of... let's see, which one should I kill first? I guess that one. Okay, yo, repair. Like, at some point, he's gonna get Corruptors. It's crazy how good queens are against the BCs. Like, you guys are probably surprised, right? Like, oh, please, the Corruptor damage. Oh my goodness, okay, that was a little scary. I'm pretty much maxed, by the way. And with maxed, I just mean I have a ridiculous amount of supply. I'm obviously not maxed, but it's... My supply is very high compared to what I was expecting to see when I looked up. I guess that is the best way to explain it. Okay, so we got all the energy from the queens who were a little bit annoying, and then I think what we're gonna do... In fact, maybe I shouldn't even run by the Hellions. I think I could use them as... Where's the other armory? Here it is. I could use them as Hellbats and just kind of bait or tank, you know, for them. For the Cyclones, that is. Because Cyclones are very, very fragile. Hellbats are also pretty fragile, but they're tankier than Cyclones, and they cost 100 minerals only. Now, this is an army that I'm sure that he wasn't excited to see. He's going to make a couple of Ravagers. Just going to make sure that the Cyclones stay in the back, and then it's going to be very nice for me. Look at that. Yeah, there's a couple of BCs in here as well. That is way too many Yamatos for the amount of Corruptors, I'm sure. Let me just try to move this one back so it doesn't actually die. And now his next anti-air is going to be, you know, using corrosive biles, which admittedly are quite good against BCs. You would actually be quite surprised if you played BCs against Ravagers before. You would know that it's quite scary to go up against those biles, especially in combination with fungals. But there we go. Okay, just absolutely disgusting game here. Once again, the macro was a little bit lackluster, but after the start, let's see, 55 workers against 34, 51 I think this was just the first wave, right? Yeah, there's actually 54 workers killed with the first wave. That is freaking crazy. Yeah, 51. Or I guess, I don't know when the hell... Oh, wait, this was actually the second wave. So it was something like 45, I guess, 47. But yeah, absolutely brutal. We went 2-1 against Rex. I think I saw the next opponent is going to be Percival. You guys might remember him. Last time I played a big qualifier, I played against him as well. That time I beat him with... I know I won one game with some ridiculous mass double starport. Double proxy starport Banshee stuff. No idea what I'm going to do this time. It's going to be very hard for sure, but we got at least our first dub. Let's go to the next series. The second series of the day is indeed going to be against Percival. Definitely been... By the way, I looked at his match history. I was just going to say that he's definitely been good recently, but more importantly, I looked at his match history, and he is such a grinder. Like, it's insane. Like, he was playing on the European server, by the way. He's from Korea. Presumably with a good working VPN or whatever. He was playing from, I think it was like 11 p.m. until like noon Korea time. Like, it's just like 13 hours straight on the EU ladder through the whole night. Like, it's legit insane how much he plays. So makes sense that he's getting good, because holy crap. Anyway, I played him a couple times on the EU server. I think we are relatively 50-50. I would say, in my opinion, that he is definitely a good bit better than me right now. But I do have a little bit of the advantage in the builds often. So I find myself choosing better strategies, or, you know, perhaps theoretically worse strategies, but they just work out, I suppose. But he does play very, very well, especially in the early mid-game. I think his movement of the army is pretty fantastic. But recently, he did do a couple of proxies against me. He's been enjoying the classic Proxy Reaper. That is the most, I would say, generally accepted cheese in TVT, where it's like, you don't have to do that much damage. Most of the time, it just goes into the macro game. But if you're, you know, you micro better than your opponent, or you catch them off guard, or they're greedy, you can kill them right away. And otherwise, yeah, it's very likely to just go into the macro game. Combine that with the fact that this week, he's going to have the server advantage, it could be a tough thing to deal with. I just noticed that the Reaper jump up is here, which is it's both annoying for me, and it's annoying for the person that jumps up, because it's quite far back. So it's kind of annoying to deal with the front and the Reaper jump, but then if you jump up, you're kind of stuck between those minerals. So wait, he saw my SCV, I think. Oh, that is not paying enough attention there. I've actually, that's a thing that I have even when I'm not streaming. I tend to just not look at my scouting SCV. So I've had a couple games where I run into my opponent's scout and I just don't realize. I had one game against Percival, actually, where we both proxied each other, and then I arrived in his base, and he had a complete blind counter, and I was like, how the hell, you know, what happened here? And it turned out he just saw my SCV with his, because he was also proxying. Anyway, this is going to be a bit of an annoying one, because he saw my SCV move out. He's probably going to be expecting this proxy starport, and yeah, I'll be honest here, guys, this was not the best setup ever for me. I think he should know for sure that this is a proxy starport, so... yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm a little scared here, but we'll see. I'm gonna move out with these 2 units first. Yeah, okay, so he finds it. I mean, I just expected this already. What I'm gonna do is I'll just send another SCV, and I'm still gonna go for it. I'm gonna try and catch that Reaper if I can. Yeah, that's just completely my bad. I already called it the second his SCV entered the base, right? I already knew that I most likely messed it up. So I'm still going to go for the Liberator. I think it's actually... it sounds dumb, but it's actually the best choice I have right now, because otherwise I'm just going to find myself behind anyway. I might as well do something stupid and hope that it works out, really. Okay, here we go. Ah, there we go. We found the Reaper. That is nice. I would guess that he went for a Cyclone behind this. I think that is what he did. So I'm going to go for a Liberator. I think maybe Medevac would also be pretty decent, but... I'm not gonna trust myself to micro pick up my units all the time on West. If this was the central server, if this was game number 2, once again we alternate servers, I definitely would have tried to do that, but here I don't think it's gonna be a good idea. Now I'm gonna get a lot of units out. I can already tell by his build that he's very likely gonna go for a second Cyclone. And the reason I say that is because he hasn't had any other factory units, so it just makes a lot of sense. I think... it's probably gonna be... oh, okay, so he's actually mining from this, surprisingly. It's probably gonna be Banshee as well. Oh, that is a factory unit. Okay, let me try to get in here. Barely couldn't get in there, sadly. We are gonna be able to kill a lot of workers. I haven't seen... wait, can I jump in there? Is it dumb? Oh, wait! Oh my goodness. That is crazy. Okay, I'm just gonna go for that Cyclone over there. Okay, there we go. Am I gonna be able to kill that? Probably. I would have to guess. I'm just going to try to surround it as best as I can. There we go. Okay. He was actually targeting the Reaper, interestingly enough, instead of the Hellion. Can we get another one? We can get another one. Now, I do need my own thingy. Yeah, second starport is probably due here for sure. I would say that... I mean, killing the second Cyclone was really, really nice, actually, but... I still think probably not enough, right? Now, he doesn't have Cloak, I believe. Okay. He's looking for the starport. I'm happy he didn't see my freaking thingy there. Oh, look, wait, guys.
Not enough.
Oh my goodness! The Viking from downtown! Are you kidding me? Wait, are we actually gonna get that? I think we are gonna get it. That is actually insane. Oh, please not both of them. Yeah, both of them. I mean, it's actually still good for me that I killed the freaking Banshee. That's so ridiculous. I don't know. Okay, to be fair, I don't know why he came to look. Let me kill the starport with my Banshee, though. I'm not quite sure why he came to look, but still, that's great. I absolutely love that. Now, should I make something else? He doesn't have a Cyclone anymore, so I think I can just freely keep rallying these back home. Can I... oh, I'm so afraid to drop a mule. I need my money, but... ugh, if I drop a mule and he did get Cloak behind it... I mean, he was upgrading something, I'm just not really buying it. I think... oh, he made it... okay, well, actually, I changed my mind just now. If he went for another Cyclone, I think he very likely did go for... I think it's probably Banshee speed, actually, if I had to guess. Okay, I don't think you would... I don't think you would make another Cyclone unless you're also making Banshees. Sounds a bit... weird perhaps, but that is the logic I'm using right now. So I think I'm gonna keep these Vikings on lookout for Banshees, and then I'm gonna have to... I need one Liberator, but I don't want to make it from this, ideally. Ugh. Okay, I don't think it's gonna be Cloak anyway, so I should be able to drop mules, but I'm a little afraid of it, I can't lie. Okay, maybe I can fly my barracks across, that would be okay. I think I can probably mine a little bit less gas at this moment. Make a couple of thingies. There we go. I'm gonna get 3 tanks out here. One thing to keep in mind is that even though I have air control, I don't have the Liberator yet, so I can't actually move into siege lines. So that is something that is potentially problematic. Okay, that's annoying that the Cyclone's over there for sure. Let's see. The Liberator is going to finish. He might also have... Actually, hey, this could work out in my favor. Just depending on how it goes. Okay.
Not enough minerals.
I'm just going to keep this here for now, actually. Let's see. Okay, so he's chilling out there in the front. This is quite annoying for me because the Cyclone is in between the Liberator and where my army wants to go. Let's see. Is a Cyclone over here? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is what I was talking about, actually. I think he could potentially start looking for my army, and then I'm going to be able to kill his air army with my Vikings. That's what I was thinking about. There we go. I'm just going to go for this. Actually, very nice fight over here. I do need another Liberator. Let's see. Is this one making a Liberator? It is not. Oh, please don't pay attention. Oh, why do you pay attention, man? Why are you like this? Okay, so I guess I'll just get a little bit closer. Maybe I can actually... Okay, this is risky, what I'm doing. Very risky. Do I have 2 tanks in range? No, I don't. Oh, that sucks for me, eh? Actually, he didn't have vision, so it's okay. There we go. Okay, gonna be able to get 1 Viking and number 2 as well. Okay. Where the hell did that Cyclone go? I know it went somewhere. I just don't know where. Okay. Oh, he's getting a lot of Vikings out for sure. Oh, here are my Liberators. I figured that he lost the barracks, didn't he? I mean, I'm also losing my barracks, but I don't need anything from it, so I'll take it. Yeah, I think he's getting a couple too many Vikings, actually, sadly. I think he might be playing like a triple starport or something. Okay. I mean, I'm also going up to triple starport, so that is nice. Okay. This is so crazy what I'm doing right here. There we go. He's probably like, well on earth, how do you get all of those? Yeah, okay, so there are the Vikings that I was... Oh, no, I can't do that. Please do not... No. Oh, a little bit of ping there. Could end up losing those because of that. Let's see. If he lands on me, then I think we are probably cooked. It's kind of hard to say, actually. Yeah, I think we're gonna die to the land here, unfortunately. We have so much supply, but the army is just completely disjointed. I don't think we can actually really do anything about this. Let's see. Oh, well, actually, if he goes like this, then we definitely can. Look at that. Okay, I'm just gonna have to go up here. I'm gonna get a really big siege up over there. Okay, so what he's doing is getting a little closer to my force over here. Why does he have... Okay, that is an insane turret to build, I'll be honest here. That is actually a crazy turret when you have that many units. Oh, well. I mean, the Liberator still did very well. What? Why are there turrets? Oh, my... No. Yeah, I think he has too many Vikings now, guys. Ugh. I mean, I did kill his barracks, to be fair, but... so dumb. I feel like... What is there? I feel like we've both just lost the plot completely. Like, he has, like, the most random turrets, and then I was also forced to make turrets because I actually had fewer Vikings, and I don't know anymore. I need a Cyclone out here. Where's the tanks? Ah, there they are. Okay. I think I'm just gonna pretend to go for them first. Okay, you can go over there. It's going to be a nice position. Yeah, here's the thing. I can't do anything against the Vikings. Just too much control that they have. He's probably sieging right here. Yeah, exactly. That's what I expected. Yeah, I don't think I can get in there anymore. Oh, the Viking from downtown, baby. No, obviously it wasn't going to work. He's going to find that as well. GG is going to have to be called. And oh my goodness, I have no idea what just happened. I feel like normally I have a decent... Let me catch my thoughts a little bit. So, first of all, the attack indeed did not work. I think it's kind of hard to tell because he went for Ravens. We have the same amount of tanks roughly, but he has 2 Ravens with energy, which might be worth more. It's incredibly hard to tell. I feel like the attack definitely didn't work. If it did work, we would have been slightly more ahead. Like, keep in mind he has a 3rd CC as well. It sucks. Maybe I should have just played a little bit more boldly and skipped the turrets and just trust in myself, really. I didn't trust in myself to be able to deal with the Banshees without turrets. I thought it would be too hard to multitask. Then at this point, I mean, it's 5 Vikings and 2 Ravens against 9. He's already going up to triple starport, I believe, yeah. Okay, so I definitely think the attack didn't work. We got put behind. I mean, makes sense, because if you guys remember, my starport actually got delayed a little bit. Beyond that part, I think I played it okay. I think I definitely made a couple too many Liberators, but to be honest, at this point, I would say that the game was already pretty much lost. I mean, if you look at how many Vikings he's producing, he already has more than me here. He's making more Vikings. He's making 5 barracks at once, and he has a finished 3rd base. And he has... Actually, I had more tanks here, so that is one thing going for me. But anyway, that's game number 1. Let's try to make it happen in the next one. Game number 2 is going to be on Winter Madness, and I think now we're gonna have to go for some pretty scary mind games. I'll admit it, I'm aware of it completely, but right now I feel like I don't have enough faith in myself in this game for some reason. Just one of those days where I'm not completely feeling my own skills, I guess. Like, there's nothing wrong with the hands. I feel like everything is going fine, but for some reason, I'm just lacking a little bit of confidence today, so I'm gonna play slightly more risky this game. I'm just deciding how much risk I want to take. So I'm trying to add mind games into the mix. Game 2 is going to be on Central, so I'm going to have better ping than him. You would think that on Central he wouldn't go for a Proxy Reaper, but then again, he also does it on the European server, which is probably going to be slightly more ping than playing on Central with a good VPN, so he could totally still do it here. Yeah, okay, I've decided. So I was going to play Reaper Expand without SCV Scout, which is... It's pretty much, it's not really allowed, if that makes sense. It's not really allowed to do that because there's a bunch of builds that you would just die to instantly. Reaper Expand on maps that you don't know is... This is not a cliff, I think it's just this one. It's already a little bit risky because you don't know how to defend everything. So I think I'm just gonna go for Reaper Expand with the SCV Scout. And then I have a couple follow-ups that I would like to do. The biggest problem that I'm having right now is that... The new meta, people actually started playing like me a little bit. That's the problem. So what I see more often now is... Oh, that's a very fast depot. What I see more often now is people going for Speed Banshees, okay? And what they'll play is they'll play Cyclone plus Speed Banshee. The Cyclones in particular here are the problem. So because they want to be safe and have map control together with the Banshees, they will go for multiple Cyclones instead of the usual one. A lot of my builds, they would struggle against multiple Cyclones. So that, yeah, does remove a little bit of possibility here. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit, actually. Okay, I'm gonna put a little more faith in myself and try to adapt a little bit here. So I was gonna take the risk to just go for the reactor instantly. The reason why it is a risk is because he walled off really fast, so it could be a 2-rax Reaper. And then I would just die. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be slightly less risky, at least make the 2nd Reaper, and then we'll see. Okay. I'm just gonna try to pay attention to this Reaper a lot. It's super fast. Before you know it, you've already freaking... You know, you've already lost a Reaper and then you're dead. Because all that has to happen is for his Reaper to jump on yours. And you not responding right away, your Reaper's gonna die. Unless you get a perfect grenade. So I really have to pay super close attention there. What my follow-up is gonna be, I actually don't know yet. I had a build a long ago, which was to go for 8 Hellions and a Liberator, and you just YOLO blitz everything in right away. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty even trade here. I don't think I'm going to be able to kill that one because of the cliff. Exactly. Switch this over. Yeah, I mean, I think everything about this was fine, really. It's very likely that he's playing Cyclone, and the reason I say that is because he jumped in with 2 Reapers instead of waiting to attack with 2 Reapers and 1 Hellion. So that probably means that he wasn't building a Hellion, right? He's probably just going to go with a Cyclone right away. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to send this Reaper around. And I'm going to try to see if he's playing Banshees. That's the idea here. And then I still want to go for the Blitz idea. It's a pretty dumb strategy, but it has worked a decent amount for me in the past. You really just make 8 Hellions and you just click them in his base. That's quite literally what you do. It's incredibly stupid. I'm sure I've tilted a good amount of people with that. Now let's see. It's probably a unit over here. Oh, that would be so annoying if that's a medevac. I couldn't tell. I don't... Is there an add-on here? I don't know. Oh, that could be so freaking annoying if it is. I'm gonna make a Viking then. Oh, that is unfortunate. Okay. I'm gonna go with these Hellions, because if he has a medevac, we might meet him in the middle of the map. If he doesn't, then he's still going to be chilling at home and we lose 1 Hellion. That's basically what's going to happen. Okay, yeah, he did move across the map, exactly. Yeah, so then we're going to get this situation. Hellions are going to be quite efficient here for sure. Okay, what is that? That's a Reaper and Hellion. Am I going to be able to kill much? I'm not quite sure. I'm going to siege this guy over here. Do I have 2 Hellions for that? Oh, I do. Yeah, actually I do. Okay, for some reason I thought it was just 1 Hellion. Okay, here we go. So that Liberator is going to be quite powerful. I do have the Viking now. That Viking is going to be very, very nice. I'm just going to click on top of that Cyclone. Cyclone's going to die fast. At least... Oh my goodness, please tell me I'm going to catch that. I will cry. Oh no, I don't want to die to an auto turret. Oh, I'm actually not going to get that medevac, really. It's a disaster, guys. That is... Oh no. Wait, did I... Really? How fast are those things? Yeah. Ugh. It's tough, guys. It's tough. You guys can tell it in my face and my attitude. It's a tough day. It's a tough day for sure. Didn't get the medevac. Lost my dude on the other side to an auto turret, which... I mean, it's really not the worst thing ever because we delayed his base forever, but I feel like we could have saved it, and then he didn't have a Viking himself, didn't have a Cyclone at home, so it would have been super annoying. Instead... I think we're kind of dead. I mean, I'm really not going to give up until it's real time to give up. Even in, you know, my lesser games, I would like to keep that attitude like this, because giving up... Actually, in my experience, at least it feels so much worse than actually losing the game. The moments where I've just been like, okay, fork this game, I'm just going to quit, those have always felt the worst. So I'm going to stay in the game until we're actually freaking dead, which could be very soon or not. I did actually kill the... I didn't even kill the Cyclone. Oh my goodness. It's a disaster. I'm gonna do something a little silly. To kind of give myself a last chance here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for 2-base mech, I think. Yeah, I think that is the plan here. I don't think I'm gonna win this by making a 3rd CC and just kind of, you know, playing a long game, I guess. I just can't see it. I think he is probably ahead by... I would guess 20 supply or so. It's, you know, not an inhuman amount of supply, I guess, but at the same time, if I just go for a 3rd CC, that means I'm going to be down by like 30 supply because he already has his 3rd CC, and then we're just going to die to the first attack. So I'm going to try to be a little smart here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep 1 Hellion over here. Actually, I could keep it in the grass. That's kind of a nice spot. I'm going to keep 1 Hellion over there, and the moment he moves out, I'm going to try to get some kills with this. More likely what he's going to do is he is going to, you know, just take the 3rd base, and then my entire plan is going to fail. That's a little bit of the problem, I guess. Okay, let's see. I think I might need to make a couple Cyclones, actually, because if he has enough air, we're not going to be able to do much. Exactly, let's see if I can just get one good lineup. There we go. Actually didn't lose a Hellion there, that's quite nice. Okay. He does have a good amount of Vikings. Should I go for Viking? You know what? Fork the Vikings. We're gonna skip the Vikings. The reason why is because I think I can't catch up. So what I'm gonna do is just try to win it on the ground, basically. That's the idea. I think it's a smart idea. Like, if you're behind, you need to sacrifice at least something, I guess, to be able to make a comeback. I could technically... I'm just going to put it on there, so if he scans, it looks like I'm making Vikings. I could technically make Marines as well. Armory could be nice, too, thinking about it. Armory could be pretty nice. Let's see, he's still chilling. He's still chilling over here. He's making Marauders, so he's countering the mech fully. Okay, I don't think you want to be doing that. Let's see, did he unload? He did unload. Ooh, a good amount of stuff that he has here for sure. Let's see, okay, I'm just going to fall back with this a little bit. That is not a fight that he really wants to be taking, I don't think. Okay, gotta be careful for the auto turrets in particular. Those are going to be annoying. Okay, let's see. Should I just chase him down? I think maybe that's the best idea. I made a couple of Vikings just in response to that drop. Actually, because maybe I want to continue making Vikings in this case. Okay, it looks like this is definitely going to be a base trade here. Judging by the fact that there's just no units over here. Okay, there's units over there. I think this is most likely going to be a base trade. Well, he's going to be in my base. Hopefully I can get in his base. Let's put it that way. I think that is more accurate. Okay, here we go. Can I get something? No hits for me, unfortunately. Okay, then we're just going to get a little closer. do have a lot of interference matrices, so that is one thing. Okay, he's gonna use matrices. Oh, he's actually gonna use turrets, maybe? No, he didn't go for the matrices in the end. No, are you kidding me? Dude, I calculate... That's... Oh my... It's just... What can I say, guys? GG has to be called. It is just one of those games. Oh my god, this was actually funny. I calculated that he had 6 matrices. So I was like, at least I'm gonna have 1 tank shooting. What happens? I siege every tank besides 1. Oh my goodness, it's a disaster. I mean, overall, I do think I liked the strategy that I went for after the early game, I should say. Sadly, I was just pretty much dead from the start, I guess. I'm actually quite curious. Oh, look at this. Wow, we just missed it. Okay. Yeah. A little bit of miscalculation by me, I guess. Like sometimes, guys, you're gonna have those days, and it's important to not get too down on yourself. You could already kind of tell at the start of the game that I didn't feel like it was gonna be my day, and sometimes it just is like that. Like if you look at this, it's just everything just went wrong. It's crazy. The more I look at it, it's insane. What I did is I A-moved my Hellions to the drop. I didn't realize that this is what they were doing with their time. Sometimes you wish they were just like a little bit freaking smarter. And then I had to use my Hellions to clear this up. I didn't even focus on targeting down the Cyclone fast because I figured he realized he wouldn't be able to escape. Then he escapes anyway. Then I feel like the ping of the server was just enough to make sure I couldn't micro my Viking well to kill it enough as well. This Liberator dies to a turret. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, guys, you're gonna have to see me play like this. Doesn't happen too often, but it is what it is. We beat Rex in the first series of the day. It was pretty fun. I remember the last game was pretty tough macro-wise. Besides, it was pretty fun. This series, I already kind of forgot the first game. The first game was a bit of a disaster with the proxied starport, and here the start was just a disaster. It is what it is. The next time will be better, but I still had fun, and hopefully you guys had too. And it's a good reminder, once again, to just not be too hard on yourself, because yes, even me, guys, happens more often than you think. We all have our crappy days, especially in a game as hard as StarCraft. But that's going to be it for today. Hope you guys had a good time. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.